Aquarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-September 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for my lovely Aquarian friends. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic. Let's get it going, my gods. Talk to me about Aquarius. And the deck is jumping here. It wants to chat. Let's see what's up. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock. What do we got? For my friends, please. Nice and quick. Thank you. Okay, I get this card often for water signs, so it's very interesting that we have it here for you, my friends. Okay, notice this person, it looks like they're in a bit of a yogic stance, doing some meditation. Okay, not sure if that's the most comfortable position there, but there is links there to spirituality and the etheric realm. So we're going to talk about this a little more. Before we do, though, if you're new, I'll be speaking about the September subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card. So notice, there's a lot of water in this spread. There's a rainbow. There's this person. It looks like they're taking a nap or taking a snooze or meditating, one or the other, or all of them. Who knows? But for some of you, maybe Spirit is asking you to get some rest and recuperation. That could be the first message here. Make sure you're recuperating, doing self-love, self-care, taking care of yourself. Hopefully your energy levels aren't too low when this type of energy starts to show up. You might be a little sleepy. You might want to nap a little more than usual when this card pops up. But there are other undertones of like emotional stability, things starting to calm down. So there is that meditative, spiritual connection here as well for a lot of Aquarians. If that's not something you're doing right now, that could be very beneficial for a lot of you, is to really connect to your spirituality in whatever form that is for you. I know there's countless forms of spirituality, and there are beautiful connections for it in this. Maybe some of you are just meditating, right? Or doing yoga, stuff like that. But it could be as complex or as simple as we want to make it, my friends. Let's just put it over there. And yeah, we're going to get into tarot now. I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So yeah, we're going to get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. So let's shuffle it up one time. And while we do, let's talk about last week's reading, because it was super interesting, if you ask me. It was different, a different flavor. Last week's reading was titled A Karmic Shakeup. And the reason it was titled that, I do remember there was like several big karmic cards showing up in almost every single layer of the spread. So hopefully you haven't been going through too much, my friends. There was a lot of change. There was a lot of things being shaken up. Paradigm shifts, paradigm changes, whether within yourself or in your life in general. So we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So take this how it hits for you, right? Because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're linked to. Okay, so what do we got for Aquarius? Definitely interesting last week, and it was super powerful. That's another thing I'll say about last week's reading. The energy, since there was so much karmic energy, it was extremely powerful. Okay, we have the 7 of Wands. All right, I like this card. I mean, sometimes it could be challenges, depending. I get that card a lot in personal readings. We'll talk about it in a minute. I'm very familiar with that energy. Let's get you 2 more. We got, all right, we got the Magician. We got some manifesting, some spirituality. So similar to what we were picking up in that Oracle card, we're seeing it here with the Magician. Let's get you 1 more, and we'll really start to build this story out. Okay, my friends, something really good might be coming in for a lot of Aquarians. We got the 6 of Wands on the back end, the triumph, the victory after the manifestation. So far, this is feeling claimable. Let's go through, I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. And let me just say this, Aquarius, it seems in recent weeks and months, there's been a lot of challenges in the Aquarius readings, and we might be turning a corner here with this one, possibly. I don't want to jump too far ahead, but let's go through. First look, first glance, before we break them down one by one. Obviously, I noticed that on the extreme ends, we got double fire. So that's that internal combustion, that internal passion. Fire could be very good for motivation and forward movement, but fire can also be a little volatile, a little out of hand, a little explosive. But let's break it down one by one, especially with the power of this magician that's kind of leaning over from last week. Position number 1, the Seven of Wands. Like I said, this one comes out for me personally all the time. Almost every time I get cards read for myself. Now, this could be a very beautiful card. I'll give you the positives and the challenges of it. The positives, this person is going to do what they got to do. There is no challenge that this person will not face head on. They always have a way to navigate whatever issues or roadblocks get in front of them. There's so much determination. Now, in the challenge, this could represent somebody who feels like it's them against the world. You might be feeling cornered. You might be feeling trapped. Like, all right, how am I going to navigate this? What am I going to do? So whether that is just you feeling a little like, hey, I need to get out of the house, or I need a vacation, it could be that, or it could be trapped in a situation, depending. But I generally see this card when Spirit is giving us challenges that we need to overcome, or things that we need to push through. So you might be going through some challenges in this time. Various ones, because the Seven of Wands is somebody going against various challenges. But they have that internal combustion to keep moving. And if you look at how this spread plays out, it's nice. In the center, we have the Magician, a card of control, So that's very intriguing that this card of control is right in the center of all this action. When I get the Magician, it's a huge card of manifestation, creating your own future, having a sense of control in what way you're going. This is an extremely spiritual card, and I feel like it does link to this very first Oracle card with that dreamy, etheric, dream-based type of stuff, because a lot of people say in proper ways to manifest, you need to visualize, think about it, really visualize it and bring it to life, then put action towards it. So your manifesting powers could be through the roof in this time, Aquarius, or something that you have manifested could come in for you in a very big way. Now, in the challenge of this Magician, it could be Spirit telling you like, hey, you can't control everything that comes your way. So that's one thing. Hopefully there's not somebody trying to control you when the Magician shows up. That could possibly be it. Someone who's too overly controlling about things. And watch out for any sort of dark spirituality. I'll just throw that out there. I know it's like different than the rest, but take it for what it's worth. Now moving to the back end, we have one of my favorite cards in the whole deck. We have the Six of Wands, the card of victory, the card of triumph. This person, it looks like they're marching in a parade. They're getting public notoriety. They're getting kudos. So when I see this, it's like getting a reward for the hard things you've done, the hard things you've been through, the efforts you put forth. So for a lot of Aquarians, there could be like really reaping what you sow in a positive way, getting those rewards, those blessings from Spirit, getting what you deserve. This is a huge card of victory, triumph, wins, whatever you want to call it, and I really do like it. It's somebody with a well-deserved win. Like, they've did it. They've worked hard for it. Now, a challenge with this card, because like I said, every single card has positives and challenges. This could represent an individual you're connected to that might have a bit of an ego on them. Okay, like sometimes the Six of Wands could represent an egotistical person, but we're not going to particularly go down that route. I really want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, we're going to get a good shuffle here, and while we get this deck ready, I just want to let you guys know that I just recently opened up channel memberships here on the Kyle of Cups channel, and you are all very much welcome to check out the support tiers. You could click the join button and watch my little promo video, or you could click the link that's in the description or in the comments, and no pressure whatsoever. I just want to let everyone know it's there. So yeah, let's get into this. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation. I'm just giving you mine. All right, let's go in on that Seven of Wands. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Aquarius, you drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Seven of Wands time. Why is it here? Thank you. Wow, all right, Four of Wands. Aquarius, I am loving, loving, loving this energy so far. More fire showing up. The Four of Wands is a message from Spirit, generally. The 11-11, so watch for the signs, the synchronicities, the omens, especially when we have the Magician and the Four of Wands in the same spread. Like really, Spirit could be trying to guide you in a divine way to whatever path you're going. But once again, I feel a lot of Aquarians overcoming something in a very big way right here up front. Whatever roadblock, whatever challenge, a lot of you could really overcome it, because this Four of Wands, aside from that, yes, it's a card that could represent partying and marriage and the home, so many different meanings. But to me, it's a stable, celebratory card, like we did it finally, or I did it finally, I got this. So this is absolutely beautiful. And for some of you, it could even be a reunion of some sort. I feel like I need to put that out there for a couple of Aquarians. It could be some sort of reunion, but let's keep moving. But victorious, you know, overcoming something, getting that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. This is claimable energy for sure. And for some of you, yeah, like I said, this could be powerful signs or powerful omens from Spirit trying to guide you through challenges. So let's see what's going on with that Magician. We're going to keep it pushing here. I'm liking the vibe so far. Tons of fire, the explosive energy, but it feels good in this sense. So why is the Magician here? Thank you. Okay, we got the World. Karmic energy, right? The karmic energy, once again. Now, sometimes the World does represent the end of a journey, the close of a cycle. So for some Aquarians, yeah, there could be something on its way out. There could be something going out, such as life, right? Maybe you've recently dealt with an ending of some sort, and life is all about that circle. The World doesn't always have to represent a bad ending, though. It's just the close of a cycle to begin a new one, similar to the Death card in that sense. Now, for a portion of you, you might really want to change the world we live in general. Like, all right, this world has lost it. I want to make an impact on the world. I want to change the world. I want to change society. You might be thinking on a big level in this time. You might be putting a lot of your creative manifesting energy towards the collective, not just towards your situation. That's something I'm picking up for some of you. But aside from the ending, this powerful karmic spiritual energy is here once again. So when we're talking about the omens, when we're talking about the manifesting, it all interweaves with each other. So just know, Aquarius, you have an extremely powerful well of energy to pull from in this time to really manifest and make change, whether it's within your life or the collective. Like I said, it's possible. I'm feeling it here. Let's keep moving over to the Six of Wands. Extremely powerful energy. So it could be a powerful win as well. I mean, I'm not just feeling one victory or one type of win here. This doesn't feel like a bad closeout, but the karmic energy, it's just in the mix. So let's see why that Six of Wands is here. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. I'm liking the energy. Thank you. Oh, all right. Queen of Swords in reverse showing up here. Okay, and I don't necessarily feel like that's a bad thing for a lot of you if you've been in a bit of a bad mood recently, or if you've been feeling not quite like yourself, if you've been feeling a little bit off, whether there's something that's been off in your situation, maybe you're not feeling too well, whether emotionally or physically, if there's something that's been feeling off that could really remedy itself in this time. The Queen of Swords, to me, once again, that's a card that could represent you. It doesn't matter male or female, that's air sign energy. So when I see it in reverse, I think of the softer aspects of her. She can represent somebody that is very stern, very serious, very no nonsense, straight up honest and truthful. But seeing her in reverse under this Six of Wands, especially the fire-air combination on the back end with all this fire, a lot of you could be really in for some sort of explosive win. Multiple possible explosive wins here that just come rushing in, come in quick, because we mix the fire-air on the back end, and generally, the Queen of Swords is making a plan, making a strategy, seeing something through, dotting I's, crossing the T's, like a real master strategist. In reverse, there's no plan, all right? There's no plan being made here. It's just this victory being collected. There's no like strictness, or it's just magnetic. I'm loving this energy. And with the fire-air combo, like I said, my friends, if you've been feeling off, not quite like yourself, whether physically or emotionally, that could really start to turn around in this week. But for a portion of you, the explosive win coming in, like it feels good. This whole energy is very claimable from front to end here, my friends. So let's go through and do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. Aquarius, lovely, lovely reading this week. I really like it. If you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the Seven of Wands with the Four of Wands in the upright. All this beautiful universal energy showing up here. Watch for the signs, synchronicities from spirit. They might be trying to guide you on your journey, guide you through your tribulations and challenges that you're going through. But when I see these two together, there could be something you overcome. There could be something you finally get over it or overcome it, which I really like this. It's very celebratory, but just watch for the signs. Very powerful. Moving to the center, we have the Magician with the World in the upright. Maybe some of you are going through recent closeouts, things that have ended, but it's not necessarily bad. For a portion of you, you have a very deep well of energy to pull from to manifest and make change. Whether some of you are wanting to make change on a bigger level, on a communal level, a familial level, societal level. Like I'm seeing possible big manifestations that a lot of Aquarians could really put forth here. And I really like that. And I'm not trying to be grandiose, I promise, but some of you just need to know that you do have a very powerful manifesting ability in this time. Super strong. On the back end, we have the Six of Wands with the Queen of Swords in reverse. And now normally that could be read as something a little off, but intuitively to me, it feels good that there is a magnetic energy moving towards you. Explosive winner victory, my friends. Could be multiple of them with the way these cards are aligning. And you're not going to have to make plans or strategies. There's going to be big improvements, especially if you haven't felt like yourself recently, whether you've been a little tired, feeling sick, or emotionally hurt in some sort of way. There's big recovery here. And I'm just loving it all around. This is all claimable energy. Like I said, winds that could come rushing in quick. So let's get into the shadow card. You could take a screenshot of that if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows for Aquarius. I'm just going to pull you one card here, my friends, and see what's in the shadows, whether it's within you or whether it's something you don't quite see. I always like to pull this at the very end. So what is in the shadows for my Aquarians, please? It's super introspective. So what do we got? Still using the Shadowland Tarot for this portion. We'll see if a card from the spread itself shows up. The deck is being very specific for you this week. There we go. For those of you new here, I only read jumpers. There it is. The Four of Wands. I kind of had a feeling it was going to show up, and here it is. So it's making another appearance for you, my friends. Very stable, very celebratory. So for a lot of you might need to know stability is coming soon, my friends, or something to celebrate is coming soon. Now, for a portion of you, if we were to go with a possible challenge of this energy, it could represent maybe having issues within the family unit, within the home. But to me, the celebratory energy of the Four of Wands, when it's on the internal shadow side of a spread, it brings so much stability and inner peace. So for a lot of Aquarians, you might have very big opportunities in this time to find some inner peace or celebration here. Just the energy front to back in this whole reading is luscious. So my friends, that's what I have for you this week. And yeah, please look into that further if you want, but don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the September subscriber surprise. For the September subscriber surprise, I'll be picking 2 lucky winners to win 2 tarot decks completely at random. It will be a winner's choice. So if you want to get the Gilded Tarot, you could go ahead and do that. If you want the Everyday Witches Tarot, that's your choice as well. Any deck under $40 US will be given away. So if you'd like to get your name in for this one, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. Second, let me know down in the comments which zodiac signs you get along best with. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you next time.